Hi, this is Billy RL, real life, coming to you. Yep, yet once again. I know I came to you earlier, and I don't know if some of you have listened to my videotape that I spoke on and about earlier, but I had to come back to you all yet once again. And I'm going to continue on doing this until my spirit, my soul, is not troubled anymore. And until you all really understand the real meaning of what's going on here in America. First of all, so many things are happening. And I stated some in my video talk earlier, and here is the remainder of it. Well, there is a new order put in and a new concern from number 47, Trump. He is stating, and he has stated, that he can deport any American that he wants to have deported at any time and for any reason. He has put that ordering in. Now, he's not satisfied with deporting, as he puts it, the illegal immigrants, sending them out of America over to El Salvador and other places as well. But now he has labeled true blue, born and raised American citizens who are not illegals, who are not Hispanic, who is not Spanish, American people who were and who are born and raised here in America. He says he can deport them at any time for any reason. And we are hoping that this is a scare tactic. But with Trump being successful in many of the things that he has done since he has been in office, we believe that he will do just that. He will get American people out of here. You see, you have to understand that Trump wants America to be clean free of blacks, to be clean free of the immigrants, whether they're Spanish, Hispanic, Mexican, or whatever, and as well as the white as well, all and any of those who disagrees with his policy. He wants them out. Now we know that Trump has gone far and beyond. So if you black Americans, people who have been here for years, born in hospitals here in America, raised here, with the school here, got your college degrees here and this and that, not only blacks, but you white people too, and you Hispanics people as well, have been here all of your entire life. If he feels that you are not helping with his policy or agrees with his policy, he wants you to remove. They will come to your homes and they will take you out of your homes and take you away. People, this has gone too far. It's gone too far. It could be people like you, and even us, if he feels that you're not agreeing with his policies. Trump wants everybody, whether he's doing things badly or evil, he wants you to agree without any conscience. But you see, it's hard to agree when someone is doing something terrible, like was sending the immigrants out of America. He has sent a 2-year-old child. I think the child is 2 or 4 year old. One has sent him out of America, and this child had cancer. Well, you know, when you really look at it, this child, he has cancer, and being out of America to where he belongs, he feels that he belongs. This child cannot be helped. So this child will eventually die and will be of no use whatsoever to any of them who are sticking together. This child will not be reincarnated. So this is what Trump has put an order in, and has decided that he will do. If he is saying something wrong, if Trump goes out there and takes a gun and shoots someone, if you don't agree with what he's doing and the reasons why he's stating he's doing this, then he will take you out of your home and take you out of America. This is wrong, people. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. So we are to sit back and just watch what he's doing and just be quiet and be in obedience to him. How much more then can anyone take? This man has gotten out of hand. And then you find Elon Musk. Elon Musk is saying that, well, he suggested to Trump that all post office all across America should be wiped out, should be completely gone. Trump says, I'll think about that. I'll think about that. Now, if Trump agrees and go along with Elon Musk, you know what's going to happen? Every post office in America will be completely gone. There will be no more going to the post office to pick up your mail. There will be no more going to the post office to drop off your packages. None of that. But you know what will happen? You will have to go to one particular government official site where you go and you drop your mail off, you pick your mail up. They want everybody in America to cater to the government. This is what's going on. And this is what is going to happen eventually. Elon Musk has suggested that to Trump, and Trump thinks, well, I'll think about that. It seems like a pretty good idea. And that's what's going to happen. They're making rules as they go along, but they're dangerous rules. And then he's saying to the people, to the females out here, he will give every good female, as he put it, this is Trump, $5,000 if they have a child. And if they have a child at the point of delivery, after they have delivered that child, that mother will get $5,000. And you're going to find many, many of females that will jump at that. But you know, the females will then eventually become breeders. Because why? Because Black women has a high degree of melanin. Melanin. They have a high degree of that. And Trump stated at one time that, you know, we don't have enough children being born who's intellectual and who's, you know, what he's practically saying is who won't be going this way as far as their raising is concerned. Now, who are the women that will be getting $5,000? None other than the Black females. And he said we want good women. We want good women, and we want them with good spouses. One time, someone has stated, you know, that he wants the women to be married. Someone said that he wants the women to have their male companion, their male friends. But however they engage themselves, it has to be good women, and they will give them $5,000 if they have a child. And once that child is born, that's when you can get that $5,000. After that child is placed into the nurse's arms or whoever is there to receive that child, and hopefully you'll get that $5,000. And how many women are going to run for that opportunity? Not fully knowing, that is, that you're going to actually receive that $5,000. Sure, you may have to sign some type of document stating that I'm going to turn my child over to the government, and the government is going to give me $5,000. What can you do with $5,000? Within a matter of a month, what are you going to do? What does the females want to do? They want to come back and try to do it all over again, but there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee. It was suggested to Trump. Suppose if women want to do it over again. Trump said, I'll think about it. We'll see. But right now, they're concentrating on that first birth. And when that $5,000 is gone, and that mother, I want my child back. You'll never get that child back. You'll never, because you made a signed a guarantee that that child would belong to the government. You sign papers that that child would no longer be yours. And what you would have become, you females, you would have become breeders. Because when you take your mind back, well, you can't take your mind back if you wasn't there. And then what Trump has done has annihilated all the history books that you can't find out. But you talk to someone that is older, an older female, or even an older male that has been back there in the times that can remember. And they will tell you that's what the white masters did. They had the female slaves to breed them their children. Children that, whereas they can work on the farm day out. That's what those children were there for, not to go to school to get an education, but to be the mother, the female, was to become breeders, whereas their children would get on that plantation and work. And that's what is trying to happen today. I wouldn't touch that with anything or by any means. $5,000 is not going to last anyone anything, especially for something like that. To bring a child into the world. And once you have carried that child for 9 months, you bring that child into the world. That's your child. But you got to look back on what it says. You're just running that child out until the time they take that child and give you the $5,000. You are a parent. A pair, mother and father, and you're running the child. Things are changing everywhere, people, since Trump has been into office. And each day it's getting worse and worse and worse. And I don't see anyone, and I wouldn't understand if anyone sit back and see the damage he's bringing to America and sit back and just be quiet. Just sit back and go along with the policy. This man is bringing damage. How can you sit back and you see what's going on and not saying anything about it? And a lot of you don't because you have fear. Well, he just said that he's going to take people out, American people out of the world, out of America, that is, and take them over to another country. Well, I'm not going to say nothing about him, no. And you see, but then when the time comes, when they put the shackles around your ankles or the shackles around your arm, and they take you and make you the slave as your ancestors was long ago, will you still keep your mouth shut? That will be the time when you'll be trying to fight on that big goal, but then it's too late. The action is now. There is no one in their right mind and body that can sit back and see what's going on and not complain about it. But he wants you to sit back, shut your mouth, put your blinders on, and act like you don't. Well, it doesn't exist. Go along with his policies and whatever it may be. Go along with it. There's no one in the human mind that can be able to do this. That's why he wants women to bear children, more children, so that they can be able to be directed in the way that they should be directed according to them. And if any woman, any female does that, they're just as stupid as the swines that are in the pig pen. You're dumb. It's not enough money. But for someone to come between our legs and for us to get pregnant, to have birth, and to give that child over to a government official that Trump has anointed. Well, you've had the child, and they got the child in their arms, or whoever has the child is taken away. Here's your $5,000. What they do, what you want to do, go out and party and drink and get drugs or do this and that, and within a matter of days, it's gone. And you have nothing. Then what are you going to do then? Well, I'm going to go back and see if I can contact the hospital, see if I can do that again. And suppose if you can, it hasn't been decided upon yet. And for this illegal little boy, as they say, I think he was 2 years old, 2 years of age, and has cancer. and they won't allow him to be treated here in America. They sent him back. And then it's a showing of where he's inside the courtroom. And because he does not understand English, they have a microphone over his head. And when the judge talks to this little boy, the microphone that he has over his head in his own language can speak directly to him. And the judge asks, "Do you know why you're in this courtroom?" The little boy said no, and asked him a few other questions, and they were negative. The boy shook his head. One question in particular that I took notice of: "Do you like being here?" The little boy shook his head. Why? Why? He wasn't even given the opportunity, the chance. 2 years old. He has cancer. But I wonder how many children over there in St. Jude's that are dying of cancer, leukemia, and all other kind of diseases that are not Americans. They come from other parts of the states. Will they be shipped off too? No. But the target is at the Hispanics, the Spanish. Get them out of here. And knowing that once this little 2-year-old, if he does not receive help, he will die and he will not be reincarnated again. And that's what they are banking on. The mother, they said the mother is with him, but they wanted that little boy out there. And so the mother, that's her child. She wasn't going to allow her boy to go somewhere and she's not there. So she decided to go along with her son because she knew that he was dying. What is wrong with America? How much longer do any of us, how much longer can we just sit back and do nothing? And for what Trump has stated, true blue Americans, you have homes here, you have apartments there. Some of you have been working for years. You can't get your Social Security now. You can't get this and you can't get that. You're losing your jobs. And now, if you go against anything that he says, he will take you out of here. That's wrong, people. He wants America to have no voice whatsoever. And a lot of you, as I stated previously just a few minutes ago, you're playing into his hands. I'm not supposed to say anything because I got too much at stake here. But everything that you have at stake here is going to be taken away from you. It's going to be taken away. You know, it's sad. It is so sad. To make a long story short, you women out there, you go and open up your legs and become a breeder. You're fools. You're not going to gain anything from it. You're not going to have a child. And if Trump was to make it a longevity, let's do it again. Every child that you have and being paid $5,000 is not going to make you rich. You would have become a breeder until you can't breed anymore. And when you can't breed anymore, then you're no use to them and they're going to take you out. Oh, they can't, but they will. Post offices. We have post offices in every state and city. Sometimes it's 3 and 4 offices in one state and the next state. But now Elon Musk wants Donald Trump, to do away with all post offices, not one in sight, because they want everybody to rely on the government assistance for their mail receiving and outgoing. And Elon Musk has no right to even speak on something like this, but he's in there. See, there's a lot of talk behind the mic, but there's no action in front of the mic. And then you have the immigrants. And people has to remember and think about this. If it wasn't for the Spanish, it wouldn't be no America. Not only them, but the black people too. It wouldn't be any America because we were the ones that were here first. That's why Trump wants to take away all or anything that pertains to the information about Black American people, because they know that Black Americans, along with the Spanish, and you have the Native Americans, we all were here first. We were not called Africans. They were not called Spanish people, you know, but when they came over, they named each and every one of us. That's how you found the Spanish people, Hispanics, Latinos. They named Africans. You're one type of African, you're another type of African. And they start naming the different lands and spaces that African people should be on. And he wants to do away with that. But yet we found out he still want to honor Columbus Day. Because you know why? Because Columbus, from what they tell it, was the one who invented America, and he wasn't. I'll say this, people. I will say this for all of us who are just like the tune. When we see something and we know it's wrong, we're not going to hush our mouths. We're not going to we're not going to start trouble when we don't have to start trouble. But we're not going to sit back and say, this is not our fight. We're not going to do that when we know it is our fight. Things are getting out of hand, people. And if you think it's not going to happen to you, it's going to happen to you. Do you think that you're going to hold up in your houses and hide, or hold up in your apartments and hide, and nothing is going to happen? It's going to happen. You think if you got enough food to supply you and your family that all is well, but they're going to come inside your home and take that food. Oh no, I got my guns. Don't you know you can have all the guns? It is not a fair tactic. This is facts. You can have all the guns that you want, but they can throw bombs inside inside your home, your apartments, to make you want to run out. But see, if it had been stopped way before time, this would not have come to be. And Trump knows, he has an inkling. I think this may get out of hand. So let me say this. Anyone who's against my policy, I will come inside and I will take you out of there. People, it's not right. This is not America anymore. This is not the home of the free and the brave. It's not anymore. The American dream is gone, is gone. We have a dictator in office now, and he's dictating to everybody and everything. And we have his sidekick right along with him. And that sidekick is that man. That man is Himmler, the sidekick of Hitler. People, every one of you out there under the sound of my voice, if there ever was a time to truly wake up, the time is now. I don't know whether Trump is putting a scare tactic to people to agree with what he's doing, but that's one thing we, the resistance, we are not going to do. When we see something is wrong, we have to stand up and say something about it. This world is not going to go on just like it is today. It's not. If it goes on, every last one of you out there will be AIs. And if they have any slaves, they will be in the building of making America the foundation that they want, with being computerized. Is that what you want? Do you think you're going to come back here and you're going to live and get married like you've been doing in this course of time? It'll never happen. So that's what I wanted to share with you all. Women, don't do it. Don't sell yourselves for $5,000. Don't bring a child into the world that you know that you will not be able to hold and feed and clothe because someone wants a child or wants you to bring a child into. Don't do it. $5,000 is not a lot of money, people. But they figured that we're black people, oh shit, $5,000? Hell, I'm going with that. Don't do it, people. Have some dignity about yourself. While living and even after you depart this world, have some dignity. Don't have anyone to put you in fear where you don't or you are able to move. I don't care who it is. If you have to lay down to leave this world, lay down with dignity and knowing that when you do that, you know where your spirit will rise. Don't do it. And you immigrants, I know it's a hurting thing for you to be shipped out of America. Those who have been here for 20, 25, 30, 40 years now finally have to go. Those who are truly legal Americans or legal immigrants. But there's a better place. It is hard. And I feel sorry for the children. We feel sorry for the children who have to be uprooted and taken out. But we are living in a dictatorship time. And our dictator wants us to see and not see and to be quiet about it. I don't know what else to say. This is Billy R.L. Real Life, hoping once and for all, open your eyes and see, really, really see. For some of you are too far gone. And you have power, people. You have power, but you are fearful of using your power. But whatever happens, so be it. It's not like you didn't know. This is Billy R.L., Real Life and the Resistance Team. We leave with you peace and love and peace, and most of all, power. Until the next time.